Hello and welcome back. If I seem especially tired today, it's because I decided it would be a good idea to go to the gym. It's not a good idea. I want to talk today about Civilization 6. It's a particular interest of mine as I'm supposed to be submitting an abstract for it later this month. It's for a couple of conferences, a ludomusicology conference in the UK and a early music conference, which I have nothing to do with early music and have no idea how to talk about it. Civilization 6 is a 4x turn-based game where the player works as a civilization, obviously, and competes with other empires, leaders in controlling the map that you're placed on. So this ranges from Teddy Roosevelt from America a couple hundred years ago to myths like Gilgamesh of Babylon. This is particularly interesting as all players and civilizations are placed at 4000 BC when you start a game, and not until the player has actually settled their first city does the music kick in. Now, I'm a bit curious about this music that starts. All these civilizations are from completely different eras in human history. The instrumentation that accompanies these musical works from the ancient era are different between civilizations. So England starts off with Scarborough Fair. Scarborough Fair is played on a early music instrument known as a viol, so it's like a violin but older. Whereas Egypt, a lot of its ancient music is played on an Egyptian flute. I think it's called a ney. The same goes with America's theme. It's called Hard Times Come Again No More. It's by Stephen Foster in 1854. And although it's classed as ancient in the Civilization game, it actually came up in the Romantic period. It's popular during the American Civil War. Going back to England's Scarborough Fair was known as it is now by the 18th century, which isn't quite in line with the ancient or medieval period that we're specifically looking at. Unfortunately, this song is a folk song, so it probably was popular in the early medieval ancient era of human history, except that a lot of musicologists don't actually think of folk music as early music. Musicologists also have an issue with Civilization as they don't think it's historically accurate. I'll let that sink in. My views on it is that it's a game and that the music is gamified. A lot of this game will be consumed by people all over the world. And if people all over the world will look at England and go, yes, I know that tune, that's Scarborough Fair, that sounds very English. And if that works for the game to engage a player with England and its original heritage in some way or another, then I think that's appropriate for the game, and I don't understand why musicologists actually have a problem with that, because it's a game. This would actually assume that people would want the composers of the game to go and look up and research for hours, years, decades on end the original ancient, medieval, whatever music of those civilizations, some that don't even actually exist. Civilization 6 does a very good job of applying music to an empire, a leader, a country, a civilization, which may or may not existed and existed thousands and thousands of years ago. It does its job of engaging a player with history. When I play it, I especially think, oh wow, this music sounds very insert name of civilization here, and I think it does its job very well. When you meet another civilization, their theme then gets mixed into what you will hear throughout the game. So music isn't always playing, and every so often there is silence. There is sound design, and everything you click on or any movement that happens does have a noise to it. And every so often, any other civilization that you have met in the game will have their theme played. This is slightly confusing when you play in Egypt and suddenly Scarborough Fair is playing over the top, but it's an interesting approach to show any links between other civilizations that you may have. The voice acting is incredible. The character's a little bit more poppy and it's not as realistic as Civilization 5. but they speak in their own language, and I think there's something to say about that. And I think that engages the player and immerses the player a lot more than people would believe. Thank you again for watching. If you have any comments, please put them in the comments section. And again, I would like to know how to do YouTube well. I was watching my first video, and it was alright. So thank you again.